light shaman. Are you experiencing unpleasant energies in your home and surroundings and waking up in the middle of the night? My work involves clearing individuals, homes, and communities. Contact me at www.lightshaman.earth and I would be happy to help.
Coaching for conscious entrepreneurship or travel is available with Huna Mahana. Book a free 30-minute consultation today at High Life Academy or High Earth Academy. For all of your high vibrational healthcare needs, you can visit Huna Kaparore at www.lightinaction.earth. Online energy support sessions and on-site property clearings in the North Salt Lake area with Huna Mahariwa Ata. Head to www.hummingbirdhealingharmonics.earth. Introducing Mexico's only harmonic egg, operated by Huna's Maroyata and Ma'aikuta. For all of your health support needs, be it physical or emotional, head to www.apapachar.org.
And greetings, sweet, sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds. Amazing to have you here. Thank you so much. Let me just take in this moment. Let's just take this moment in here and just zoom in a little bit, just to new background, a new location where I'm at. Coming to you live from Hamburg, Germany, place that we call the tiny portal, the portal of the tiny bird. Hamburg, Germany, right outside this window. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day in Hamburg, Germany. And in the nature that's right outside this window, there is a tiny bird portal. And I always enjoy it when I come here. I come here to rest before I return back to Flyer of Light. And of course, I'm in Europe, so I come to this location. Let's just take this moment in to see each other. I can see here who's here on the comments, who's visiting here, sweet, sweet dear ones. Leanna Harris from South Africa, or let me say, those in politics in Africa would call it just Africa. Yeah. So greetings to you, Birgit, Wawa, to you over there. Thank you so much for all your hard work. Or should I say love work? Diane, welcome. Good to see you, Richard, Wawa. Yeah, Huna, Tawaho, welcome. Thank you for your love work and the teams. Luis from California. Nice to meet you. Is that a new name? Jane over there in Denmark or Sweden. Welcome. Ashley Nicole, Good Light, All Lights, Michelle Rose, good day. Aloha, brother. Huna, Christopher, Wawa Nui there, Waniota, Thomas, welcome back, Thomas. Welcome, Afia, Huna, Makaresa, Wawa Nui, Nelson. Let me just pop over here to the grams of the instant, and there's a huge lineup over here. Super Soul Brother, welcome. Zulu, welcome. Lavinia, Ms. Lioness. Hi, Kehu, Huna Kehu. Good to see you. Sorry we missed you in Turkey. Next time, yeah, for sure. Betsy, welcome. Amy, Apex Alignment, and Betsy, Sena, nice to meet you. Some new names here. Rose, Siri, Kathy, hello, Masterpiece Impress. Hi, Huna, Tahisa, Michaela, McKK or KK, we started calling you. Good to see you. Hope you're enjoying yourself out there in Paris, in France, on your continued journey. Breeze ATC or Breeze, Candace, my love, Manom, she's right there. Hi, Manom. Wawa. Blondie Bray, Huna Mawarika, greetings. Candace Mermaid, so incredible. Huni Kariwaha over there in Vancouver. Hi there. Well, don't we have a lot to do in the coming days to just sort of reorganize, don't we? Looking forward to that. Over here, back over to the tubes of you and on the comments here. Huna Hirimata, hi, Huna Wawa, Nezi, who else? Claudia, Awaya, welcome. KL Borgers from Norway, greetings. KL, we do have Hunas in Norway. Hook up with somebody to check in with you. You can see that you're in Norway. Waniota, maybe you can talk to KL and let her know we have presence in Bergen, Stargate 18. Raya, hello. Remembering Lemuria, Kaiwaha, you're here. Yes, you're here. Of course you are. You're everywhere. The voice is everywhere. Mahariwa Ata, welcome. And yes, happy Unurata. Alicia, nice to see you here. Hi. Okay, sweet dear one, sweet dearly beloveds. Let me check in with some more that'll be showing up here very shortly. Well, I'm kind of now just I'm still processing and integrating, of course. As you know, this broadcast is titled Stargate 24 and the Net of Maui. Stargate 24 and the Net of Maui. Who here knows what the word Maui means? If anybody here would like to comment, if you know exactly what Maui means, okay, I will talk about it. We're going to go through it. We're going to go through what just happened, what just took place with the two SEAL teams. It's the SEAL team, I should say, not two, but one, of course, 2 locations. The SEAL teams. When did we begin this series of missions and light work on location that caused us to travel, caused us to input further commitment into beyond your regular our regular commitments, beyond the remotes and into the DNA. Okay, when did we start that? Well, I hit the road April 21st. Okay, I hit the road April 21st. No, I said Maui, not Maui. Maui. It's in the title. Share with me if you know the meaning of Maui. You know about the name, right? And so from April 21st, I begin my journey, and the SEAL team began their journeys to two different locations. We were working on two locations simultaneously, synchronized to the light codes of the Lemurian Wataka, or the Lemurian calendar. We work directly in sync with the Lemurian calendar. Okay, let me say that again. We work directly in sync with the Lemurian calendar and its codes. And it's the codes from the light of days. All right. What does that mean? Compared to the Gregorian, it means a lot. Okay. There's a lot there, just what I just said. And there's a lot of education needed there. Needed, not needed, up to you. Okay. It's available. Now, the missions, the title of the missions were given. As you know, I promoted the two-headed snake and the dark tunnel mission. Additional missions that were included were the undoing with the giant codes of Greece and Rhodes, and the resetting of the frequency, Stargate 24. Okay? Stargate 24. Hang on a second here. Let me just, because this is sorry about that. And the missions of Stargate 24. That's a lot, sweet dear ones. I don't know if you've been mission oriented in this way, traveling to 4 or 5 countries within a month. I know that some of you have as a lone wolf doing your work, but when you have a team to manage and to ensure that they make it safely to the mission, through the mission, and in home, let me tell you, it's a beautiful thing. Let me tell you, it's a beautiful thing. It has its challenges, right? Well, once you're standing in it, and once you're standing in ceremony synchronized in the way we do, it's so beautiful, and the results from it are incredible. The timing of it, I will leave that up to your judgment. It's to the timing of what is confirmed in the atmosphere, the land, the water, the sky, from the completion of our ceremonies, certainly during the profound confirmations during our ceremonies. Yeah. Yes, you are right, Aktale. Maui means the children of heaven. It's also spoken of as Maori, Maoli, Maohi, also spoken of as Kanakas, Tangata Whenua, and these sounds also spoken of as in the Zulu language of Umu, which is the people of Mother Earth. Many languages, but in the Maui means children from the stars. Okay, is that you? Is that you? Of course it's you. You are of the Maui. Chihu. That's a celebration. So we began our journeys. Well, how do you speak about this journey? And I've been on many journeys Yes, Nelson, I'm going to invite you. Everybody, as you know, this is live and interactive. If you have a question, you have to come onto the screen and ask the question. So as I'm still in my monologue, just allow me to share a bit more about the journey. And then I will answer your questions when you come on and ask me directly face to face, okay? We send a link. I know it seems like, and I can feel it, that the energy is anxious to hear and anxious to answer the questions and answer the questions. So you will have to come on the screen and ask your question if you want an answer. Okay. So as you know, the title of this gathering is Stargate 24 in the net of Maui. Now let me just share. There were so many locations involved in where our footprint and the blueprint of this mission. One location, Amsterdam. Okay, why? Amsterdam had 1,000 points of light. I don't know if any of you know these things, but the 1,000 points of light is regarding the Mason societies and the Freemasons in Amsterdam, which is the headquarters of the Freemasons. So that was one location. Another location regarding the same intention, which is the dark tunnels, is in Azores. And the connection there is again with the Masons and the Freemasons connections there, also connected to the Gregorian lineage, those who work with the calendar system, who brought about the Gregorian calendar system. Also accessing the dark tunnel, as I had said way in the beginning, looks like we're going into a volcano, which we did. We went inside a volcano there. I mean, literally, physically, into a dormant volcano. Nevertheless, a caldera, and then deeper into the volcano. Aligned in our intention. Our intention is to set the targets. Before we entered the tunnel, we had to set targets, right? So the teams in Amsterdam had 1,000 points of light, and working with the Ma'ita grid, working with the Ma'ita, which you call it the Merkaba. In Lemuria, it's known as Ma'ita. Working with the geometry of Ma'ita, we painted. The teams painted the targets on those locations, meaning there was ceremony done at each geometry of the Ma'ita. Okay, that's, in other words, painting the target. And the ceremonies were anchoring certain crystals, certain items into that grid of Ma'ita, surrounding, encompassing, containing a large area and a large area of real estate, which was containing the headquarters of the Freemasons. Incredible story, incredible confirmations coming from that location. Let me tell you as we go along. Some I don't know that I could share with you, but I can just say to you, they were accessed, right? Freemasons were accessed, and so was their headquarters. We just say that to you. That was accessed. And I'm going to tell you where it is, how it was, and this is, I can't tell you that. But the Hunas were there. When I mean accessed, I mean inside. Okay, incredible how that happened. Because it doesn't just happen. There are guardians at those places. But when the Hunas are on the move, when the mission is the highest, we cannot be stopped, interfered with. So targets around 1,000 points of light was painted and prepared and ready to be pulled into the net of Maui. Okay. Now, the same action took place on Azores, where the team that I was in there, we located each point of the Ma'ita geometry. Again, Ma'ita means the first light inside the first stone. as opposed to a Merkaba. This is called Maita, higher vibration, high, much higher. There are levels, sweet dear ones, and there are higher levels, okay? Don't have to get used to this. I understand your education, and you're going to have to get used to this, okay? There are levels. It's not better than anybody. There are levels. Even the infinite has levels, okay? Always. Now, so we painted the geometry and the targets on the Azores. And then when we were ready to enter into the dark tunnels, this took place. So we went into the places, the dark tunnel being inside of the Freemasons on 1,000 points of light, the dark tunnel also being the volcano and the caldera in Azores, where we entered into there. When we entered into these places at both ends, you got Amsterdam and you got Azores. Okay. We entered at both ends and we came to the center in there and began another ceremony process, which I referred to as the activation of the world machine. Okay. The Wataka, some of you might have heard me talking about Wataka. Wataka is an operating system and a code system and coding system of nature that puts nature in certain aspects of nature into motion. Okay, so the Wataka, to address the Wataka, is to turn on the switches and turn all the knobs and push all the buttons so the world machine begins to operate and to continue and to begin its mission. Right? To begin its mission and your intention. Our intention was the highest intention as we went in there. Everybody knows that we are synchronized to this highest intention. So the world machine began to turn its cogs and big wheels, little wheels, wheels inside of Earth, wheels outside of Earth, wheels outside of light, wheels inside of light, all began to coordinate and synchronize and turn together. Why? To pull the net of Maui together. To pull the net. So every target that was painted, certainly in the geometry on the container of Maita, was also, there were also items inside the net, places between the geometry. Geometries within geometries. Okay, so let's stick to the topic here, Christina. And you have your question ready, and be ready to come on the screen when we're ready for the questions. Yeah. And so the net was being pulled. And how was it being pulled? And what do you mean? How does the net work? How does the world machine work? Well, the world machine is initiated by high-level set of protocols and karakia and amplification and intensifying of codes amalgamated and converged into ceremony. In other words, ritual. In other words, programming. This is programming. We're programming crystals to do the work. Okay, crystals are aligned to us to do the work. Let me just say, I know some of you talk about crystals being sovereign beings and all of that. Yeah, they're also in alignment with the highest intentions. So just have an understanding of that, okay? Now, so the world machine began to spin and turn. Incredible feeling, incredible witnessing of all the things inside of Earth, outside of light, inside of light, land, water, sky, all began to synchronize to the world machine through the intention of the highest of Lemuria 5, of the highest of the new Earth, of the highest intentions of planet Matea, this new planet called Matea. Get used to that. Get used to that sound. Get used to Matea. Matea is here. Matea is anchored, and so is Lemuria 5. Get used to it. All right? You can share whatever language you want, but I'm just beginning to let you know here. This is where we talk about things that are in the future. not in the past. Okay, so the world machine is churning its big wheels and pulling everything together. Okay, and then within the ceremonies and within the let's see here. Okay, I'm going to share some images pretty shortly. Let me just, well, I can for the moment. And if we can introduce Huna Tamake, maybe we have an image. Maybe she can pop on shortly when she has the image inside of the volcano. Okay, we have other images and stuff. We've got a lot of documentation, a lot of video. We're going to be creating a documentary on the work that we do and the work that I have done for the past 20 years. There's a lot of footage, okay? So there was also a third component, sweet dear ones, a third component. That third component took place, was activated in France. So, okay, myself and Huna Kahasahi, remember, I went to France in the beginning, and I went to Stargate number 7, a place that I know well, okay, to greet the guardian, the Mayan king, the Jaguar king, also the guardians of Maui, which also located on that location. There's a tattoo shop there, okay, it's called Teka, and it is owned by one of our brothers from Tahiti. So the guardians of Polynesia, Maui was there and is always there and has always been on that location where that Stargate is. His tattoo shop is right there on the beach where the Stargate is. And so it was incredible to reinitiate our lineage together and to initiate a ceremony and anchor in certain items that needed to be gifted to that Stargate. One was the sword of Ekbalam, which is the light sword of the Jaguar King, the angelic frequency. Ekbalam is the angelic guardian, the guardian of that Stargate. That essence is angelic. There are 4 essences, and that is one of them. Okay. I'm not sure what you're saying, Thomas. If and woe, I don't know. I don't know what you mean, brother. And then so that was the first thing done. We entered into that and put into that location of that Stargate, because that Stargate it was in alignment with the tunnel. Remember when I first told you about it? Stargate 7 was in alignment to the dark tunnel, was smack in the middle of it. So we had to go there. Unakaha Sahi and myself, and we went and did the thing. Now, why? Well, because that is part of the world machine. Stargate 7 was part of the cogs and wheels that we're going to begin spinning and turning and pulling the net, okay? Like, I don't know, maybe you can think about one thing, that image that you can think about is the movie Thor. And you remember the guardian guy of the Rainbow Bridge, he would put his sword in the big mount was mounted there, and you could turn on the Bifrost, you call it. Well, think of it this way. The sword is anchored into Stargate 7, and it's spinning. And when it gets initiated to spin upon synchronization of ceremony, only when we say it's ready, when we're ready in alignment, we initiate it. Then that sword starts turning and starts spinning and turning the cogs and the wheels of the world machine. What I mean by world machine, I mean the things you cannot see, the wheels that you cannot see, the wheels within wheels that you cannot see. Okay, get your questions ready, sweet dear ones. Get them questions ready and be prepared to come onto the screen and speak to me face to face. All right, that's the only way I want to really address things. I prefer. All right, I prefer this. Want to know who you are when I see you. So also, that was done. That was an incredible experience there. We anchored the sword. We also placed the gift at the stone and at the first stone of the Stargate. So it is actually there, physically there. We placed it there in a location hidden that we feel is comfortable. We feel that no one will find it. Okay. Well, like now, Huna Tamaake has prepared some images for you for this conversation. So I'd like you welcome here. Huna.
Hello. Can you hear me? I know we
Yeah.
were having issues earlier.
Let me just Bluetooth is
Being a little funky. Let's blame Feke Feke.
I can't hear you so well.
Oh,
I can't hear you at all.
shenanigans. No, that sucks.
Let me just check on the Bluetooth settings.
We just blame Feke
That's
Feke.
why. Come on, Bluetooth.
Come on, Bluetooth. Come on, Bluetooth. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Now the issue is Flash being able to hear me. I know you guys can hear us both, but it's
Should
on
be
Flash's
okay now.
side. Maybe.
Any second.
I'm gonna keep saying words. I'm gonna keep making sounds with the flappy bits in my face. Hopefully, hopefully he can hear me. I know you guys can hear me fine. I know you hear the both of us.
Yeah.
Does
I can hear you now.
Flash can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ooh, yay. That's good. You can hear me good though.
It's like underwater, but that's even cool. I kind of like being underwater.
Yeah, I like that. Let me share my screen for this one. Oop, there we go.
Here you go, sweet, sweet dear ones. That's inside the dark tunnel and dark and inside the volcano. Most impressive. Most impressive. Everything's 5x5. This photo, was it outside the entrance?
It was afterwards, yes.
Look at these smiling faces. What an incredible team.
I just noticed that it's mirrored because the Maui is backwards.
Ah. Do you have photos from the images from Amsterdam as well?
I do, actually.
There they are. Oh, look at that.
I think they were they may have been maybe preparing the grid in that one. Setting the Maita.
It would seem that they yes, they're in the nature part of the setting up the net of Maui. So this is, as you can see, there's Huna Hitutama. Thomas, as somebody might see, Thomas Peppercamp. You'll see his name in the comments there somewhere. That's him. And that's the team in there. In the Amsterdam, the team at the 1,000 points of light. Here they are. Is that the obelisk?
Yes. Or at least I believe it is. Maybe they can confirm.
Yes, this is the obelisk. I get the thumbs up from Hunaka Sahi.
Ah, that's good.
What else you got there?
That's the Stargate. That's all the Stargate stuff that I have from the recon.
Okay. The reconning.
Yeah. Do you want to go to that now?
No. See if you can grab a few more of the net of Maui, and then let me just continue the conversation for a second.
Okay.
For a moment. So as you can see there, sweet, sweet dear ones. Also, who was in that photo is Huna Hirimata. You can see her right there. You're right there in the comments. She said, yes, it is. Sweet dear ones, that the processing for the net of Maui. Now, it's an incredible tool. There's the tools of Lemuria, how to set the net of Maui, what you need, and the components, and excuse me. You need to have knowledge and wisdom of it, of course. You don't set the net of Maui unless you have an understanding of how to also operate the world machine and what it takes to operate a world machine. And it's not just anybody can operate a world machine. There is DNA coding to this. There's an activation of certain dimension of certain strands needed. Higher level DNA coding. And that can be done depending, your practices. Your practices can, whatever your practices, activate 12-strand DNA plus higher. Okay. That means that you're in the highest intention. Of course you are, and you're going to tell me you are, and of course you're going to promote yourself this way. There is a challenge, though, when you go into mission orientation, especially with teams. So our teams are all sealed Hunas. Okay, that's the number one. We don't go anywhere unless the teams are sealed, aligned, and educated as Dragon Masters. That's how it's done. This is known, sweet dear ones. This is known. It is absolutely confirmed. It is absolutely known. Okay? That's the number one. You go synchronized, fully aligned, sealed in the highest light together. Even if I'm just saying that, however you do that, the challenge will be, it will be challenged. It will be challenged. The glue of that will be challenged. Okay? Say all you like. You can say all the things you want, but the challenge will come, and the challenging, the glue that holds everything together will be challenged. That's number one. So you got to have that. All right. Okay. Now, the net of Maui, or the net of the children from the stars, very, very powerful. What does this mean for us? Well, why don't you come on and ask the question, Jay? You got to come on and show yourself when you ask a question, because that's not a simple question. That's a question that'll last for years. Okay, it's certainly going to take hours. So why don't you come and ask me directly, face to face, and then we can see what it means for you, and then we'll see what it means for everybody else. Yeah. So go ahead and do that. Put your question together. Huna Tamaki has the screen link, and you'll be able to come on to the link and speak and ask your question. Right? So this is how we do it. This is live and interactive on Huna Flash TV. Now, what does it mean? Of course. What do you think it means? Huh? You think it means all this work we're doing so we can turn back into crap? Do you think that's what it means? No. So come on and ask that question, and let's have a conversation, and ask me properly, right? Because it's a big question. Think about your questions, sweet dear ones. As simple as you may ask a question, it's not that simple. We need to have a conversation. Right? So it's more than really a question, and it's more than really just me answering you. We're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it. That's right, Thomas. Bless the face with another face. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the images that you're seeing of the Hunas traveling and do their missions, I can tell you that each person in the team have been Huna for a number of years, and some are brand new, have just become Hunas recently in the last year. They are also Dragon Masters. If you don't know, you won't understand what that means. That means just a very high level of commitment. Okay, a very high level of commitment, right? And it's easy to say the golden path has been set, Louise. That's just a flippant statement. Like you're just being flippant. When I see things like that, it's just somebody saying to me, "Oh, we don't need to listen to what you have to say. We're going to tell you it's a golden path and there's nothing else to be said about it." Well, you're wrong. Totally wrong. Okay? So why don't you come and ask a question properly instead of making statements like that? It's very simple. Okay, Jay Nelson. Come and ask a question. We have a taker. Instead of making statements like that. We have a taker. I like the fireworks behind you, brother.
Greetings.
Greetings, welcome. Jay Nelson. What does the J stand for?
John's.
Greetings, welcome. Sorry? Jay Nelson. What does the J stand for? What does it stand for?
John's.
Welcome. Sorry?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Jean, as in French. The name French Jean, like Jean-Pierre.
Yes. Jean. Yeah. In our language, we would say Kioni.
Name French Jean, like Jean-Pierre.
In Lemurian, it would be Kioni. Now, no, I know you said something. I'm sorry. Just remind me what your question was. No, I know you said something. I'm sorry. Just remind me what your question was.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
So the Stargate 24, kind of just a question about it, really. You know, I wanted to know what are the Stargates, and what is there a significance to the number 24 when it relates to the Stargate?
Yes. This is the year 2024 in the Draconian calendar, right? And Stargate 24 is aligned to the clearing of the Draconian calendar and its operating systems. So the fact that Stargate 24 is here and was reset and set to higher vibration frequencies, the location wasn't changed, but this location was reset into higher vibrations with accordance with Lemuria 5. Okay, so it's into the age of Lemuria versus the age of Aquarius. And the age of Lemuria 5 was prophesied. I know the age of Aquarius was spoken about and wanted to be prophesied, because that's what they wanted. And they want to talk about Aquarius all day long. I'm going to share with you that Lemuria 5 was prophesied 30 million years ago, that Lemuria 5 would enter and will be the final moment. And that's how we speak of it. You can speak of Aquarius however you speak about Aquarius, but you have to understand the age of Aquarius had become distorted, and it comes from a distorted intentions out of Atlantis. And you can say to me, "Oh, we're clearing Aquarius." Well, that's good. If you're clearing Aquarius in the age of Aquarius, it is no longer called Aquarius. It becomes Lemuria 5. According to the golden civilizations of our golden ages. So Stargate 24 is aligned to that perspective, that understanding, the sharing of knowledge, and the clearing and the undoing of what was in the age of Aquarius, which is Draconian and Gregorian, boosted into the higher vibrations of Lemuria 5, according and aligned with the planet Matea, the new planet. The planet spoken of as a new Earth also has another title. No longer Gaia, is now spoken of as Matea, shared as Matea by the Lemurians, by the Pleiadians, by the ones who are speaking of the higher vibration of a new Earth. So titles and these labels of certain experiences now can be cleared, including Aquarius. Aquarius comes from the zodiac system through the Greeks and the Romans, which is distorted, must be returned to nothingness. And by allowing the original blueprint, which is before distortion, before confusion, to then come through. And Stargate 24 is aligned to that. What are the Stargates? What are Stargates? Stargates now in the new Earth understanding of the new grids is that they cannot be accessed by any kind of intention, certainly lower intentions. Because they were used and abused, we are now no longer allowing access to these higher frequency Stargates. There are portals that can be used for lower vibration intentions, such as flying your starship through a portal, interdimensional travel through portals. In other words, travel, shipping, supplies and goods and services on multiple realities, in multiple dimensions, certain lower dimensions, frequencies that cannot have access to our higher dimensions, which is what took place during some of the wars. You understand? Orion, Lyra, all of these wars, the Stargates were manipulated, and the frequencies were set to lower. That's how the Draconians were able to do some of the things they do. So by raising the frequency of the Stargates, which we have done so far, 24 of them, 24 locations around the world, there is still 24 more to do. There's 48 of them. Okay. Now, there are still certain portals that are available to the lower vibrations. So the lower vibrations can continue to learn the lesson. Right? Utilized to learn the lesson. And that is an ongoing for such an ongoing process. But it's not as widespread throughout the universe as it used to be. It's being shrunken down into a certain area. Right. The Greys, known as the Greys, the Draconians, the Alpha Draconians, and all of them know this. They know this. They know they are being put into an area where this is they can operate, but they're not going to operate right across the whole realm and into all the dimensions. They're not going to continue eating children. They can eat their own children, which is that's nature. Their nature is to eat themselves, so they can go ahead and eat themselves. They will no longer be acceptable for them to eat other species. And for the humans in the lower dimensions, also producing product, and so we can continue on in the lower dimension, the physical dimensions, where we have certain species that we have created to work to continue our sustenance, and that is aligned to the highest intention. So lower dimensional, lower vibrational portals will still exist. This is a dimension. This planet at this dimension, the third dimension, is a distorted dimension, and it cannot be pulled to fully be undistorted, because it is needed for lesson. Challenging. Distortion is challenge. So that this physical reality is a real challenge. But maybe you know, maybe you don't, but there's been so much lessons, and even in the second Lemuria, this lesson was known. Right? And as we come here, we come into this form. There is challenges coming to this form. In the form, which your consciousness can still be in the higher consciousness. Right? Are you here to guide, or are you here to be guided? In other words, doesn't matter, guru, teacher, all of that stuff. Doesn't matter what you call it. Are you here to be guided, or are you going to be guiding them?
Yeah.
That'll be found out, by the way. Anybody can say anything they want, but that will be known.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I thought, I wanted to ask the question because of the number 24. My birthday's on the 24th. So really want to know what, because you've mentioned it before. That's the title of the video, Stargate 24. So I wanted to know more about that. But thanks for that anyway. Thank you.
24, May 24.
No, July 24.
Oh, so
Yeah.
your birthday is coming up in the Lemurian New Year. The New Year starts in June. May
Okay.
is the 12th. May is July is the second month of the Lemurian calendar.
Oh,
July 24th is inside the 28th day because we operate 28 days each month.
okay.
So interesting that, your birth sign in the Lemurian is the kaka, means the special talking voice or the special talking bird, which is a parrot. In Lemuria, if you wish to accept this, is your birth sign.
Okay.
A parrot. So maybe you have a parrot tattooed on your body. I don't know.
No. I don't have a parrot, but parrots are very, very intelligent, animals.
Yes.
So yeah.
No joke. They are highly intelligent. If you have an interest in understanding your birthday on the Lemurian side, I'm going to recommend the quantumnavigator.earth for
Okay.
a reading of your Lemurian birth chart.
Quantumnavigator.earth. Okay.
Quantumnavigator.earth. You can have that in French if you want, or you can have that in English.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's English, fine. I'll have a look. I'll definitely have a look. Thanks for
Nelson.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for visiting, Jean.
Jean, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Gioni.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you.
Thanks, Huna.
Hello, Debbie. Huna. Kamaroha.
Yeah.
Wawa.
Been a minute.
Huna kamaroha.
Wawa.
Wawa.
Well, I had a question, and when listening to your discussion with Jay just now, I came up with another question. Isn't that
that always happens, isn't it?
To preface this, I found it fascinating that your injury happened right beforehand, because just a few days before your injury, I sprained my knee out of the blue as well. So there was some interesting energies happening with these alignments.
Which knee?
Well, the same time frame that you had your knee injury or your leg injury, I had my knee injury, same leg. And within that same space, I had probably about 10 other people that had injuries as well to their limbs, to their legs. Yeah. Complete accidents all at the same time.
Was it the left knee?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what mine was, my left ankle, left shin.
Yeah, mine was my left knee. And I've never had trouble with my left knee. Completely out of the blue. Left me on crutches for 4 weeks. Crazy.
Well, I probably should have been in crutches, but not severe enough. So I managed to hobble around, no problem. But it's very interesting that you say, as I understood it, the messaging came through, okay, slow down on this one. Slow down on this.
I certainly, after I heard what had happened to you, I put a lot more protection in place, paid a lot more attention to what was going on. Definitely, it was one of those, hey, moments. The question that just arose, listening to what you had just said about the Stargates, as the Stargates go up then in frequency, will we be receiving star nations? Will the star nations come through these new alignments, these new portals that we're creating, or I should say the original portals, the Stargates that are being realigned, will they come back through that? Only
the aligned star nations can enter through those stargates. Very high vibration frequency beings.
We can expect to see and experience them coming in, yes?
I think you already have.
I think so too.
Because when I started on the road for resequencing, refrequency, revibration, when I started on it, the beings started coming through, the ones that have access through the high vibrations, who are benevolent, by the way.
Yes.
The ones that come through there are benevolent.
Yes.
The ones that are coming through lower vibration portals, either interdimensional or otherwise, those are lower vibration portals. So there's still some awareness to be around some of that. Not necessarily all are malevolent. Certainly agendas, okay? Certainly mixed agendas and things like this. There's some work to do there, and it's squeezing down as well, because some of those portals still have to exist, as I said. But yes, the higher vibration stargates, star nations have been coming through to support the light.
Yay. Seeing some of that then, definitely. That was a great confirmation. Yes.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful, actually. I look forward to that.
Feel good about that. Yes, feel good about it.
My original question, you had shared once upon a time for the login, Tafaya, Tamatea, Tatua.
Wairuatapu.
What for the other, for like the land, the water, the sky, what would be the gestures for those as well?
Oh, so within the login, you have the action of I am the essence of Father. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I open the heavens. Okay. Open the heavens, meaning opening all systems, land, planets, all systems. And then you have the expression of I am Mother. I'm the essence of Mother. In that action, I give birth to the heavens. Right? So in that expression of giving birth to the heavens, frozen. Okay, there I am. Giving birth to the heavens is bringing everything from the formless into form. Okay, this is very, very high level. This is a very high level understanding. Okay, because you go from opening the heavens, which is formless, to birthing the heavens, which comes into form. And then the next one, right, is I am the essence of the child. Okay. I am the heavens. And so the child raises its hands and holds the world up. The child raises the world. And in other words, the physical, coming into physical being through the child being formless, and intention. Okay. Meaning raising the world up, bringing all energies of land, water, sky to bear upon humanity through the intention of the word, which is the first fire. Okay, so just in this action alone, I am Father, I am the essence of Father, I open the heavens, I am the essence of the Mother, I give birth to the heavens, I am the child, I am the heavens. Okay, and those trinities right there give access to the land, water, sky on multiple levels, in multiple dimensions, depending on your first fire, the ability to fuel the fire through your word. Fire does not exist except until you fuel it. It is not an element, it is your word. It can light, your word can light and fuel anything in the form, anything in the formless, certainly through your intention. Trust yourself. That's what it's saying. Trust yourself. Earn the right to trust yourself and be in the process to make that pathway to be able to come to the confirmations of trusting yourself, through trusting of yourself, faith in yourself. If you have to, rapture yourself if you have to. Either way, the challenge, clear the challenge. There's this whole action, I am the heavens. I gave birth to the heavens. I open the heavens. I give birth to the heavens. I am the heavens. That statement is a statement from the infinity, and the infinite one. That comes from the infinite one, the one who is infinite on many levels. Infinite is many levels. It's not just one level, and then it's also recreative, destructive, and then recreative. That's levels.
Yay. Well, I've also been sharing the Lemurian calendar. I've been sharing the Lemurian birth signs this year. So
thank you.
More the information out there. Yay.
Thank you. Continue to share, please, and stay with it. I really want to thank you and all the Hunas for staying to it. There are missions when you're ready, mission oriented. Things to do.
I like the rebuild before I can do anything action oriented.
There's joy to have. There is joy to have. Let me bring on Lakita, if I can. Talk to you soon. Wawa.
Wawa.
Thank you, Lakita, for being patient. Welcome.
Thank you for this for the link so we could connect face to face.
My pleasure. I prefer this, I prefer this.
So my question was about the Lemurian calendar, to find out what would be my real you said the guy Jay, he was like a bird or something like that. So my birthday.
I want you to write this down, please. And I am so welcome and grateful that you are here. Write this down, thequantumnavigator.earth. Actually, sweet dear ones, all of you watching, write it down. Don't waste any more time. Just write it down and then make your inquiries, okay? Don't mess around anymore. You don't have time to mess around. You listen to me or not. I'm just telling you, just sharing with you. I don't have time to muck around anymore. What is it? You know what I'm saying? You already had the lessons many ways. 10 different ways from Sunday you've had lessons. Now, try one that you haven't had. Right? One that's in operation right now. So you go there and let's just talk about what month you were born. What month were you born?
December.
Okay, this puts you into what is spoken of as the Okapi, which is a very powerful light of Father, actually. It's a very strong masculine light energy, but not just masculine. It doesn't just belong to masculine. You're obviously not, but you obviously have some of it. Maybe a strong essence of it, which is beautiful. So December is the Okapi. There is so much involved with the Okapi. Okay, the Okapi refers to and is in line with the right relationships operating in nature. We operate in the natural cycle, in the nature cycle of our birth signs and the constellations. You're going to find out a whole new world hidden underneath the draconian and the Gregorian that was pasted over, okay, like a flyer for a show. Pull that show off, and you're going to see and reveal the blueprint. Now the Lemurian birth signs are revealing the blueprint of our natural systems and the civilizations of the golden age, which are accessible through nature. And let me say super nature, not just nature like a television show. I'm talking super nature, not just the planet Earth, but the multiple and higher dimensions of planet Earth. It exists simultaneously. In other words, your birth signs of Lemuria are connected to the converged timelines. Converged. Two timelines converged into one. We're at that moment now, sweet dear ones, where our timelines certainly has been multiple timelines, But certainly when it got to 4 timelines converging, that was in 2018. 4 timelines were converging down into 3, then to 2. Now 2 are converging to 1, meaning the polarities existing in the 1 timeline, and the decisions that are being made are your decisions to make. Rising feminine or rising masculine, these kinds of decisions. This decision for some is easier to manage within this realm of thinking, this realm of consciousness and understanding. Clarity is coming, and a good way to begin that journey of clarity is to align to the birth signs and the alignment to higher vibration, which will always be the beings of nature that are benevolent, to the benevolent operations of nature, the supernature of things. Take that journey through the Quantum Navigator, and I'm also going to promote and share the Lemurian Oracle. And I will do this, and I will share this with you. Take this one down. FLC.earth. Everybody, take it down.
FLC.earth.
Frank Lima Charlie. FLC.earth. Okay. Firelight Continuum for the Lemurian Oracle. These 2 pieces, the Lemurian birth chart and the Lemurian Oracle, these 2 hand in hand. Very important. I'm recommending this. I recommend a lot of things. A good place to begin, but also recommendations that are on my website. Because let me just say, these are no joke. The supernature of yourself is no joke. You need to see more of it.
And I would love, I don't know if you're still doing the event in Vancouver, Canada for the Burning Mask.
Yes, we are confirmed to be in Vancouver for Burning Mask. The elders, and it's exciting. We're going into meetings again very shortly. We're out of just completing these missions, and so much is coming forward. The elders, the meetings, the itinerary. We're building all that up, and it's going to be an incredible moment in Vancouver.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yes, I look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much, Lakita.
Thank you, Huna.
I look forward to hearing about your visit to these 2 wonderful Hunas that can help you.
Okay. Take care.
Wow. Wonderful questions. So if you have any more questions, sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds, you know what to do now. That's how you do it. You just come on and show your face. Yeah. Okay, we're going to take a moment here and invite Tamara to share the entrepreneurships and the recommendations of our other businesses, and give you a little sneak peek of what we have, what is available and connected, and what is coming up for. So we'll take a break for this moment and see you right back here.
Need some Reiki or Rife energies? Or perhaps you need some Lemurian healing products. If you are in the UK, look no further than Huna Kahatota at www.hunashealings.earth. tetrahedrons and obelisks for your on-site ceremonies, handmade and coated with Kotahora crystal dust by Huna Hikahi Ma. Shipping is available worldwide at www.shiningstar.earth. Oracle readings rooted in the Lemurian operating system. Get your Oracle reading with Huna Kahasahi at www.flc.earth. Live online journeys, energy clearing modalities, and sound healing sessions for new families with Huna Kahiwaha. Head to www.rl5.earth.
Sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds, welcome back. Now, I wonder if we can like to share some more images with you of the teams and of some of the work, some of the locations. Let me just check here. Yes. Turn the Bluetooth off. Sorry, I'm just dealing with my. Come on, okay, you.
You what?
Excellent. Excellent. That's better. You getting any echo?
So far, I don't seem to.
Okay, great.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Just had to fix something. Oh, this is an interesting, sweet dear ones. Okay, now, sweet dearly beloveds, don't forget, if you have a question, come on and ask the question. Show us your face. We all want to see you. What it is what it is, right? But still, we want more. This photo here. Wow, we were on our way to the Columbrium. Okay, the Columbrium. We got Lizzie here that's going to ask a question. But just a second, Lizzie, if you don't mind. This picture here, we're on our way to the Columbrium. This is in Azores, on the island of Azores. Okay, this is the island of Terceira. Okay, this is where we were setting the net of Maui. The Columbrium is a cave that is a what do you call it when you burn the bodies up?
Cremate?
Genocide. No, kidding. What do you call it?
Cremation is when they burn the bodies.
Mm-hmm. Cremation. Okay, so this is a crematorium, Columbrium. Crematorium that was built, they say, about 2,000 years ago. And so we're part of the, as I'm sharing with you, setting the net of Maui is painting the target. And so we painted the target with the crystals and the light of day. Now, do you have another photo that brings us into it?
Yes, and also there was significance, I think, with where it was placed in the Maita on the island, because this was in the Tuahi, I think.
Oh, it was in the light of day. It's Tuahi.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, interesting. Now, I'm going to get a little bit technical, sweet dear ones. If you don't mind, technical is okay. You know, there are things to know if you want to know. There are things that if you don't want to know, that's fine. Block it out. As we work with super intelligent geometries, Lemuria 5 and the operating system and aligned to the world machine operations, Tuahi is spoken of the code versus Venus. Okay, when we say Tuahi, we are talking about the light of Venus, or not the light of Venus. We are talking about the energetic light that can be known as Venus, once known as Venus, also spoken of in its higher self as Tuahi. So Venus's higher light language is Tuahi. There are two Venuses because it's a twin star. If you want to say two Venuses, we'll say this: Tuahi and Tupo. Okay, Tuahi, the highest light of that location in the geometry within the stars, and Tupo, the highest light within the darkness from that location within this cosmos. But let's just pick on this Tuahi, which is it is a direction on the Lemurian calendar, on the Lemurian operating system, as known as the Wataka. Now you can stand on that position as you have. It's like a map, it's like a compass. Okay, it's set like a compass, so you have an understanding of certain levels of intensities and amplifications of light, and inside of light and outside of light. Okay, so this particular geometry was set in place, and the Columbrium showed up on this geometry. Okay, we always work with the Wataka. We throw it down on the ground. We take a look at the geometry of the island or the location or the real estate, or just how far we're going to cast the net. So we casted the net to encompass the entire island. That's a lot of real estate, right? So we hit that geometry. It's not that difficult, really, but it's like kindergarten for Lemuria, all right? So it's a little bit of kindergarten happening here. Start scribbling on things in the dirt, right? So here we go. We go connect the Columbrium to the highest light of Tuahi. There you go. We got to climb up into that. It's quite impressive. There is a feeling of loss and pain here. For some, it was quite emotional, sweet dear ones. Okay, you could probably easily lose your guts here if you were quite emotional, right? So don't eat before you do this. Try to be calm. If you have to fast for whatever, but try to come to this and be poised and be ready. Have posture and strength of backbone. Then sometimes you just got to let it loose, right? Okay. Now we are inside of it. Don't lose your guts on me now. We're inside of the Columbrium. Of course, we made the presentation and we gifted on the location very high energetic gifting and painted the target. In other words, we placed the light.
For now, that's what I have for the Columbrium.
Yeah.
What I have next is for the Toke. So do you want to take a pause and chat with Lizzie since she's here?
Yes, let's get a question from our esteemed guest, Lizzie. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm having fun.
Good. Me too. The synchronicities are always amazing me because you always pop into my feed when there's shifts happening and changes and new callings of places either I've just been or I'm being called to. So recently I've been called to go to Mount Shasta in California. And all these things are flooding into my realm now about Lemuria and Mount Shasta, and I'm wondering if you have information on the connections there, but not just like Mount Shasta, and I know that this is something to do with Lemuria, long lost lands, long ago stories, but also galactic portals and things like this are all up in my sphere right now.
Okay, so that's a big question.
It is.
There's more than one question, and there's a lot of answers. This asking and a lot of asking. Now, perfect. You are connecting to Lemuria. You must have a sharing or a connection to some of the pain, some of the memories, even the joys. And you might have a remembering of locations and persons and people and the timeline and even maybe adventures that you were on, that you have journeyed in. Perhaps a simple person, perhaps as a goddess, perhaps as a wife, perhaps as a husband, perhaps as a king or a queen. You may have had these adventures, and they're all. If you did, then great. Recognize them, remember them, and if any one of these essences are connected to you in any way, good. Remember them; they're part of it, so that you are able to recognize it, have clarity of self, and then move on. It's not like you are going to ditch everything. There are lessons that were given you. That's your education. Carry the education. Now that you're able to get beyond the muki muki or the sadness or the yearning, and maybe you are of the yearning right now. Maybe you are of the muki muki. It's quite understandable to be of the muki muki right now at this stage of where you're at, and it's good. It's a good thing. Lemuria was an incredible golden age. All four of them were now moving into number 5, but all 4 of them were incredible. We can be with all 4 of those instantly.
Mm-hmm.
They were so long ago that they were so beautiful that we have fond memory as well. They can be here right now because how they were created, how it was created, how we created, and how we were a part of Lemuria in a way of the golden age is still within our hearts to know how we can go back there. It's not going back. Lemuria is from the future. It is the future. It will always be the future. The golden age will always be the future. The golden age is the future. It was never just stuck in the past. It's always meant to come with us, or we're always meant to meet it along the way.
Mm-hmm.
We're always going to return to it. The highest form of our existence is levels, and it keeps leveling up. And Lemuria keeps leveling up because we continue to allow ourselves to let go and purge of some of the things that have held us emotionally. The emotional body that they talk about, all these things, or I just refer to the muki muki. I prefer this. I prefer the muki muki. I don't prefer institution. Huh?
I do too now. I like this name.
Oh yes, the muki muki is incredible. Sometimes you want the muki muki because it's like a pillow at night sometimes, or something to really hold and hug and then release at will.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yes, Mount Shasta is a location. Mount Shasta is a painted target. Let me just say, okay, I've been saying this lately, painted target. Sweet, sweet dear ones, if you're listening. It's certainly in our memory. It's certainly a portal to the inner earth and the Telosians, in Telos or Telo. Let me just share with you the meaning of Telo. Telo means under or down and in. Telo means down and in. And it doesn't mean civilization, or it means the Telosians are the people down inside. The people who went down inside. That's what Telosian means, or Telo, or Raro, or Lalo. In our language, Telo, Lalo, Raro. Okay. Telo, it means the people down inside. So, down inside what? Who? Where? Because there's multiple dimensions down inside of here. Adam, Adama, the lead, the elder of Telo, the elder of the people down inside. Adam is referring to humanity, the essence of humanity. Our leaders, our essences to guide humanity. Adam being that expression, Adam or Adamu, or there's quite a few. There's a few iterations of Adamu, but Adam meaning humanity, human or humanity, in the name of all mothers, all fathers, all children, and all of the light. Adam, in the name of the people down inside. Down inside where? Telo is everywhere. Telo is down, even up is down. Down is up. Hello, just saying. Okay, this is what I know.
So
And
is this more?
Huh?
Is this more than like when you say things? Last time we talked, it was about the dragons, and then this time we're talking, it's about Telos. And I keep connecting this to, is it then really getting at that? This is our consciousness. This is our expression. This is our understanding. This is our feelingness of it all.
Yes, and certainly it all exists in your consciousness. So your consciousness being
Everything.
Huh?
Everything.
Yeah, so think of it like the consciousness being the ocean, and this is a good expression of it. I like this expression. Your consciousness being the ocean, taking a handful of water, being your being spirit or being of the spirit of the ocean. Okay, and then now adding your memory to that water, which is like adding a color, right? We call it wairu tapu. Adding your memory to that cup of, or that handful of water, which is your soul. So ocean, handful of water, and then the memory placed into the water, which is your soul. Okay, and all of what you intended. Okay, so I mean, I like that expression. It's kind of cool. I'm all about that. That's fine. I think it serves well. But certainly, Lemuria is in your consciousness, and Lemuria is also the light inside the water.
Yes. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's the light inside the water. And we are in the water now because we are in oxygen. So we are in water. And because it is oxygen, we are in the breath. So because we are in the water and we are in the oxygen, we are in the breath. Whose breath are we inside of? Whose sound are we listening to?
The one.
That is the challenge. The challenge to listen to the one unified voice. We have the opportunity now, because the water and the light inside the water has become higher vibration. We are listening to a unified sound. We're looking for it, searching for it. Certainly, I think that the most available time for it is now. The sacred breath. When we say this sound, Tihe Mauri Ora, grateful for the breath of life. You understand me? And so when we express wairu tapu, okay, we express the eternal remembering. We remember you. So when we speak certain words inside the water that we are residing in, we must continue to do the best we can, even in this dimension, to speak the sacred breath. It is where it makes the most difference, actually, because it exists in the highest outside of light. Inside of light here, it's our challenge.
Yes.
To one another.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're most welcome.
It was a pleasure.
Do we have more? Do we have more questions?
I mean, I could talk to you all day, but there's, I'm sure, other people who would love to talk to you too.
More questions? Everybody's welcome to have more questions. And we're glad that you're following along. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day now. Okay. Okay, you got more photos there, Tamaki?
Of course, we have the toke.
Oh, toke.
Some of the toke, if I can find the right button to hit. Oh, that's not the right one. And also, there is a beautiful video that Huna Matatu has put together of the Stargate. I don't know if we want to let that close the show off. It's 10 minutes long, and we can upload it separately onto the channel. But maybe this will be our premiere if you want to show it at the end as we close.
10 minutes. Wow.
Yeah.
Like
It's beautiful.
Yeah, hook that up. Why not? Hook that up.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Sounds good. Good. Wow, 7:30 already. Sweet.
Yeah.
Let me just have a sip. Wonderful iced tea here. Okay. Is that you got it on deck right now? No, that's
the toke.
Okay.
On Teseda.
Yeah, let's Teseda. Okay, sweet. Do you have another pictures of the toke? Yeah.
I have that one. It's beautiful.
Sweet, dear ones. Just a little promoting here for Teseda. What a beautiful island and some wonderful, beautiful place to visit, especially Teseda in the summertime. They've done some incredible things for their communities there concerning the beach and these areas along the cliffs and the beaches in Teseda, where they've created, not that you do know, but these concrete platforms, and they're like bathhouses outside, but they're connected and cemented and massaged into the landscape. So beautiful. Some beautiful clear water to go in and have a ceremony of water, or just personal need, or just for fun. Of course, fun for the children. Pretty amazing. So this bathhouse in the purification process through the bathhouse is aligned to Toke, which is aligned to the Okapi birth sign. But certainly as we refer to Toke, it has multiple dimensions. Toke is aligned to the North Star, or what we don't call it the North Star, we call it the apex. And the energy of the apex is Toke. There's a higher dimension of that particular location. It was transformed from Draconia. It got transformed into the higher vibrations because of the Draconians, and because the Draconians couldn't stay there any longer, they left. They are in a certain dimension of Draconia, which is a lower dimension of Toke. Okay, so they do have a place to be, and that they can return to, even though they came to this planet. And we are encouraging them, and in a way, inspiring them to return to Draco in the lower dimensions, as we say, so they can eat their own instead of eating ours. Now, this location was painted with the light of days, painted to connect to be inside the net of Maui. Yes, This is on the island of Teseda. As again, we operated in accordance with the Maita, the crystalline grid or the grid of Maita. I would like you, and I would like to offer to you to speak Maita versus Merkaba. Okay, get rid of that word Merkaba. Okay? Just get rid of it. You don't need it anymore. Maita is the word to speak. A dictionary is coming one day. The vocabulary is switching over to the light language. The one language we all spoke in Maita is that first light inside the first stone. Okay, it's the geometry aligned to that. Okay, so just get used to it. And anyway, if you're talking to me about it, I prefer to hear Maita versus Merkaba. All right, it's not needed. Maita, that's one way, Aikida, of saying it. Let me write it. So
I got it. I got it.
Okay, she got it. There you go. Maita. Okay. All
So
right.
we have some more photos from the Amsterdam team.
Yes, that was geometry. Oh wow, yeah. This is this is incredible.
Is this what I think it is?
Yes,
Is
it
this
is.
the door? Is this the door that they didn't get access to?
the yes, this is
Okay.
the door that is hidden but not hidden. Like you
That's
must have certain telepathic and connections to communications to be able to see the access and the key and insert the key to be able to open the door, and that allows the one who guards this door to actually open the door. May I share this? Not the actual person or the things that went on. I would just like to share. It's a very incredible work that the team in Amsterdam had done, had painted their targets, set their targets to be in the net of Maui. That what took place at this location, it's just so profound. You cannot convince somebody to do a thing that they don't want to do. They have to convince themselves. So the guardian of this door, of this entrance, though stubborn in a way, and of course doing his duty, over just a moment in the presence of the Hunas, switched his whole alignment and then granted access through that door that you're looking at right now. Otherwise, you cannot enter this place. Okay? You have to be of the dark team to enter this place. But the light was so overpowering by the Hunas. And this very special team, the light was so overpowering and overpowered the false light in the dark and was able to gain access into this location. I share that. Now, the process it took to access is so profound. The keys that were set in motion, the keys had to be unlocked from both ends, meaning both ends of the tunnel. So the key that was put into the lock in this location, I had the other key set in to put into a location of where I was at with the other team. These two keys had to be entered into that dimension at the same time, of which took place. You understand me, sweet, sweet dear ones? Okay. We cannot tell you, Justin, who the guardian is. We're not going to tell you the names, all right? There is still sacred guardianship on both sides of this, all right? So don't ask who the guardian was, all right? Let me just say to you, there is a guardian, okay, who is in the human form. So, okay. Now, the key was needed to be placed And can't tell you whether they are sound keys either, Claudia. I'm not going to tell you. A key was placed at both ends, one at the false, at 1,000 points of light, and the other one within the center of the earth. Let me just say, yes, at the center of the earth. Okay. Now, the geometry on this was aligned to Tokyo. No. The Wahi. Yes. This location is aligned to the Wahi.
Interesting.
It's interesting that it's on the Wahi.
Well, it was in the center, but it looked towards Wahi.
Yeah, so
Wow.
Sure. It's on the Wahi, which makes sense to me. Okay? Because painting the target, we began in the Wahi, did we not, for us?
Yeah, that's where we started, was the Wahi.
Yes. And in the Wahi, which was monumented, had the monument, and we painted the target. Okay, so Wahi, sweet, sweet dear ones, is accessing through the portal of the sun. Okay, we're accessing the light through the portal, the sun portal. Okay, say that again. The door of fire is accessed through the sun portal into the vortex. And so incredible pictures here. All right. Now, is there another question? There you go. There are those lovely, beautiful faces of the Hunas. You have some that are from the location, some one from Germany, one also from England, but located in France. Another was from the United States. And all are Hunas and all are committed to this level of work. I mean, sweet, sweet dear ones, everybody around the world doing this kind of work, or even this sort of work, is painting a target. Because you are gifting crystals, you are making your ceremonies. Of course, it's being picked up. You are recognized. You are being known. I'm not saying you're not. I'm not saying we're the ultimate team, but I will root for us. Okay, I will cheer for us if that's okay with you. It's quite incredible missions, and it's fun to talk about over a cup of tea. And who doesn't like having a good story at the kitchen table? We want more of these things. This is joy. The lesson is joy. So we work together. We work together with each other, and everybody does. If people go and do things together, that's great. But we're painting a target, and that target, every time we go into motion and go into action of light, guaranteed that we are setting the net of Maui, and that when we turn on the world machine for the net, it's going to gather up all lights that are there and being pulled into the light and gathered up by the world machine to be input into the highest intention, into the highest consciousness. Yeah. Yes, the dream team. Yes, Hirimata, the dream team. Yes, that is correct, Julia. This is not overlooked. I don't overlook anybody. Trust me. Over 40 years of doing this work, I don't overlook anybody. I always share that with you, and also enjoy the work that we are currently fostering and we are nurturing at this level of operations. It's a walk in life, and though you do this work, there should not be suffering while you are walking this path. It's not required. Suffering is not required then to walk this path. So we do the best we can to bring ease and grace to the path. Of course, peace and love everywhere. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Peace. I just was saying peace and love. Are you over there in Philly? So welcome to you. Welcome to a few others. Julie, Akita. We've got a few others here that just popped in. Debbie, Empress of Nairobi. Such a powerful sound, the Nairobi. Shaman Mermaid, hello there, Huna. Justin, welcome. Huna, how do you say your Huna again? Could remind me. Katahi Kauriha? No, just remind me if you can. Sorry, Noel. Infinite Goddess. Yes, welcome to you all. I mean, we've got more over here in the grams of instant, so I apologize to you in the grams of instant. There was a question over here in the grams of instant. The Draco been removed now from the planet? Not all. A large number of them have. Okay, so thank you for that question. My birthday, May 20th. What is that in the Lemurian calendar for Kathy? That is the Toroa, which is the albatross. Okay, the albatross is the 12th month. I suggest and I recommend that you go to the quantumnavigator.earth to learn further more about your birth chart.
There is no "the" in the URL, by the way.
Huh?
It's quantumnavigator.earth.
Oh, sorry, quantumnavigator.earth. Yeah, okay, quantumnavigator.earth. I'm over here on the grams of instant, just checking in. So, hey guys, if you want to come over and ask a question on my side, can the link be sent over to?
Not on Instagram. They have to come onto the YouTube.
You have to come from Instagram to our YouTube channel, and then click the link to come in and ask a question. Apologies for that. That's just the way it is. Okay, so if there's no more questions, perhaps we can wrap up
With
just
the
with
Stargate.
this. With
We
the
have some
Stargate, yes.
yeah,
Wrap up
images.
with the Stargate. And
Yeah.
what is the effect it has had? Okay, Nairobi, go to quantumnavigator.earth. Not the, but quantumnavigator.earth. Go ahead and drop that link in there, Tamaki.
Yes, that is correct. There is a mailing list.
Yes. Okay, Stargate 24. We'll get some images and talk a bit about that. Now, let me just say before we jump into that, have you been experiencing the skies of the Kumara? The magenta sky, the magenta and green, magenta and emerald, or the magenta, which is the Kumara. Okay, it's a color, it's an aspect of the Kumara. Okay, did you experience the aurora borealis being off the chains this past few nights? Question from somebody, Harmony. No, I won't be coming to Birmingham. I was asked to come to Birmingham in this next week, but I'm going home because those who wanted me to come to Birmingham at the last minute changed their dates, and I cannot do that. Okay, so won't be anytime soon. Okay, I've done a lot of work in the UK. I'm trying to cater to other parts of the other pathways. Okay, so have you been experiencing this light of Kumara? Yeah, been incredible. The timing of it, since Stargate 24 was activated, that's when the aurora borealis switched over to the Kumara. We started seeing the Kumara lights. Avalon, Deva, Avalon, I can see your name, but not your face. Please turn your camera on if you can. Okay, stick to it. The website does work. I'm not sure what you're doing. Just go quantumnavigator.earth. Okay, Huna.
Hi, how are you?
Hello there, Huna.
Wawa Nui.
Wow, Nui. Good to see your smiling face.
Good to see you guys too. It's so nice to talking to you guys over there on WhatsApp. I just have a question.
Yes.
When you go to the Stargates, how can we as the Huna family assist? when you're at
Well,
the Stargates?
we always share what we can in the WhatsApp in the groups. We switched over to WhatsApp once again. We share as much as we can in there, but also know that, log in. We try to give the times of where we're located and when we're going to log in, right? So you
Oh,
can log in and,
okay.
and connect that way. We're connected to you anyway because our fractals are so connected now. We are so cloned to the energies in such a broad way, and the field is huge.
Yeah.
The Huna's field is quite huge. It's a large body of light, and so yeah, you're connected there. The other way is to come with us.
Yeah, of course. I wish I had the income to do that. Maybe someday
Yeah,
I will in years to
someday.
come. But yeah, I just wanted to know how us Hunas and even the pre-Hunas that are going to be Hunas that are watching now or may watch in the future when they pull this video up. But I was just wondering what we could do, to help protect you and cloak
Oh,
you and have the best of luck and, just for my first light, the whole shebang.
let me share with you, and it's always my insistence that I need no protection.
Okay.
We need no protection. Do we want love and support? Of course.
Yeah.
So continue that, however you feel about that, and if it's protection or otherwise, know that everything is a lesson. Right? Even my ankle, where I had hit my leg, was a lesson, of course, for me. Just a reminder, just a little reminder. It wasn't a big one. Didn't break anything, just bruised me. But also that I'll slow down, take my time, and watch every step along the way. Now, what you can do is also go into ceremony wherever you are.
Hmm.
You can replicate what we do from your position, uh, and just understand the intention of what we are doing, so that is aligned. That is all.
Oh, that
We
sounds
work
great.
we work with the intentions of these things, not necessarily to go to say or to be of like feminine rising or masculine rising. We are beyond that. We are even beyond healing. So our intentions are beyond even the healing and beyond feminine masculine rising and the balancing of polarities. We are beyond that when we go into these types of missions, these types of intentions. That is our intention, to work directly with energy, and an energy that is whole and complete. An energy that is whole and complete.
That makes sense. I can see why you're saying that you don't need protection because since you're in between and dealing with those energies, those are covers of protections just automatically built in based on your
Exactly.
frequency. Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly.
Wow. Energies, vibes, frequency.
That
Okay.
that yes, the energy is whole, the vibration is whole, the frequency is whole to the highest, and we remain protected in that way.
And I can also see that you're saying that you don't need protection because of all that, and it makes sense because if I because I was a little worried and then I didn't see it till you just said it in this video that if I'm worried that's fear and that's dark, unbalanced energies and frequencies and vibes. So then that's not good for me as a huna to worry. I could just know, no, he's fine, they're fine, we're all fine.
Yes, we often bring
Yay!
these things on. We
Yeah.
often bring these things on. We don't need to.
Yeah.
It's
You're right.
so good.
I finally
You're a Huna.
realized that. I finally see
Oh,
that. Wow.
fantastic.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you, Huna. I look forward to connecting to you again soon and seeing where you operate at.
Absolutely. And I just wanted to say that being sealed was the best date that and day I ever got to experience with myself and you and my first light. And I just encourage everyone when you're called to just get sealed and it's just going to change your life for the best. It's so amazing. There's like no words for it. It's just highest love and light. And it's amazing. And it will make sense. It will make sense.
Thank you for that wonderful testimony.
Thank you.
People like Nita here. Nita just said, I guess I can't say anything else. I wish sometimes for a hug or love, but I stay isolated.
Yeah.
That person just said that, meaning she's going to keep herself isolated.
Yeah.
Now, Nita, listen, because you said that you will be isolated. So how about just undoing that? Saying that you are loved and we are holding you. Just know that we are. And there'll be a time and a moment where you're going to take the action to what Huna just said, become sealed and make that movement towards that so that it becomes more tangible and visceral for you, more physical, because it will. Because it will.
It absolutely will.
Thank you. Huna's back. Kamaroha, you are back.
Yes. Since we are right in front of the Lemurian New Year,
yes.
Is there any? Oh, I just wanted to talk about it. I mean, everybody hoops it up for the regular New Year for the Gregorian calendar, so why don't we hoop it up a bit for the Lemurian calendar? I mean, it's our New Year.
I'm looking forward to that day where it will be global.
Oh, yeah.
But as we are, we can and we will. And I am looking forward to that within the next 2 years to really be able to bring celebration to the Lemurian New Year, as well as it being the point of graduation and ascension point. So that the Lemurian New Year is not just for the new year, it's about an ascension point of rising.
Wonderful.
That's why I brought it to this location and that date to mark the point of an ascension. Every year there's something to celebrate within the ascension of somebody who's graduating with new knowledge and new wisdoms and new family.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wonderful.
And it matters so much that we have our Huna family. I feel so fulfilled. I've got my adventure, my twin flame journey, adventure, hero's journey, whatever we want to call it, right? All the labels. And my family's like, okay, you're Huna, because they don't know and they don't understand. And I get it and I understand. But I know I have you. And so I feel plugged in and connected 1,000,000,000,000,000%, especially now, though, since I got sealed. Well, it is healed, but I got sealed. And ever since I got sealed, I never feel alone. I have my family that's, they're doing their hero's journey the best way they know, but, they're just not the same consciousness. And I never feel alone because of my Huna family. Never. I'm not afraid. I mean, I wasn't afraid, but it's like if my body, 3D body, experiences any fears that I should just feel momentarily, I know not to let those energies go on past that moment. And, and I think, oh, well, I have my Huna family and I'm the only one in Florida right now. Come on, I need you guys to get sealed and fellowship. But I still feel so connected and safe.
There are Huna in Florida. There's Huna in Florida.
There is?
Let's start creating the House of Huna, Florida, so you can begin to start communicating to one another. Furthermore, it's okay. Yeah. There were Hunas there 9-10 years ago.
Oh, okay. They moved.
Some are active, some are not so active, but there are also new Hunas there, especially Abby, who is the one that is bringing you the kotahara.
Yes, the crystal dust. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yay!
So connect to her. We will be creating the House of Huna, Florida, so just stand by for that, because now it's starting to fill the areas where that it really can start paying attention and creating that moment where we're talking about the new year, or the matariki, the new year, and the ascension marking point of an ascension point.
And
the Hunas.
I was going to sorry. I was going to say, if we could also, I hope we can have a physical community in where you're at, Huna. But if we can't, I hope in each state, in each county, we can have a community where we could live, we could live separately in apartments in a town or a actual owned property that, whatever we pay rent or whatever, we have our own house or apartment or whatever, or RV or bus or whatever, whoever wants to do whatever. But I'm really hoping that, because I would love to wake up or know every moment in my life. I just step out my home or my rented room, and I just see my Huna family like, oh, good morning or good morning. Hey, what are you guys doing? We're farming together, or we're going out, I don't know, being
Yes,
an engineer.
we have Hunas in 40 countries. And
Okay.
so it is the big plan of the House of Huna and
Yay!
the School of Light to be created in these different areas,
Yes.
certainly where the populations are going to be growing, to offer discounted housing, proper housing,
Yes.
a community, to build the School of Light with residency where you also are employed. So you
Oh,
have a
that would be
job to also
wonderful.
be able to teach, become a teacher, a dragon master to teach the workshops. Because
Absolutely.
I am being offered missions from the dragon families out of the Philippines to start resetting
Hey!
vibration for their people.
Oh,
Okay, so that they can
that's
bring
wonderful.
their children to the school.
Oh
So
my God.
this
Yay.
has
I'm
been
so
on the back
relieved.
burner for a while. It's
Yeah.
just that okay, it takes a minute. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to things unraveling, being revealed by over this next 6 months, and to start
Yay.
making a move, including in Africa as well, because we have Hunas in Africa as well.
Everywhere. Yes, please.
Yes.
Inside the earth. I can't wait till we go inside. I know we
Oh,
have to reach the ascension, fourth dimensional consciousness to actually reach that nirvana, nibbana, whatever you want to call it. I understand all that, but I'm hoping even in the 3D physical, like right today, I wish that we could be linked to the hunas, maybe the inner earth, cities and
well,
stuff like that. But I
you,
understand, right? They have to be careful. It's dangerous and stuff like
are
that.
a physical presence or
Yeah.
connection, or even more tangible connections will be made, especially through the School of Light, especially.
Can't wait. I'm so excited. So
Uh,
how long are you looking at ish? I mean,
well, let's get into that later on, okay? But
oh,
got
okay.
someone else here with another question.
Okay. Thank you
Um,
so much for your time.
and talk to you soon.
Okay, Wawa Nui. Thank you.
Wawa,
Bye-bye.
wawa.
Wawa.
Bye,
Hello,
Wawa.
Empress of Nairobi. Such a strong sound, Nairobi. Always has been in
Greetings.
my younger years of Nairobi. What is that? Sounds like some big kingdom.
Thank
Nairobi.
you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
of
the time.
course. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you for having me on. I love your energy. Thank you so much. So attracted to you all. I have two questions.
Yes.
So the first one was, I think the first question was regarding you mentioned that your left knee was
Uh-huh.
hurting,
Oh, my
um,
left
or
ankle.
left ankle. What does it mean to you? What does it
Well,
mean?
to me, I have been in
My right
countless.
knee started hurting, so I was kind of curious.
Well, certainly the left is the maternal,
Right.
is the matriarch, right? For me, this is the birthing side. That's why it's also the neutral side, the earthing side of energy. The right side is the arcing energy, positive energy, which receives the lightning, receives the light, receives the energy. Then it's channeled through to ground that energy. You would need the mother. We need the maternal. We need the earthing. So that grounding, and the center is the switch, is the on-off switch, which is the child. My decision. Stargate, in other words, kind of like a Stargate switch. I decide which do I need more of this or do I need more of that? Okay, or do I need to pay attention to this side or to the mother's side? So mother was reminding me to pay attention, slow down, because that's what mother always did when I was growing up. She would remind me, slow down, son, just take a minute, because I'm always like going 111 miles an hour, which I do, and everybody will tell you. That's why my nickname is Huna Flash. So, but also that this moment that we were going into mission, and I've never had this happen, by the way. It's the first time this has happened to me ever, where um, I was taking a step up to go into the plane. I was carrying two bags, one in each hand, and my foot slipped off the step, and I had nothing to stop my fall, and I went straight down onto my shin and hit my shin on the steel plate, and all my weight went down on it. And I'm 290 pounds, and it dropped right down on it, and I put all the weight on it, and I'm like, ow. And I get up, I shook it off, and I went into the plane. By the time I reached my destination, my leg had blown up like a huge watermelon. so, so I had like a big watermelon on my shin, my ankle, and I had to go to the hospital and get stuff done. But as I was taking the step, and I remembered it, I'm thinking, oh, okay, step by step, slow down here, Huna, for a moment. You're not as young and as spry as you used to be, but I think I am, right? So that was a good miss. Actually, what also happened is that it allowed others to take their positions in terms of leading and in terms of being more proactive. So as well as my instructions are there and my guidance is there, the whole team moved into uh, extra additional support energy. Let me say, all right, the whole team just went into a higher frequency.
So then, if my right knee is hurting, means I need to take more action or be ready to move forward.
Well, let's look. What were you doing? What were the circumstances? Where were you going?
Honestly, I was just walking, and then all of a sudden, it just started hurting. So, and it just started a few days ago, right around the New
Where
Year time.
where were you walking, and what were you walking on? Were you walking up a plane? Were you walking to the grocery store? What were you doing?
No, I was in the house. I was in the house, and I was just walking from one room to the other. Yeah. So nothing major. I couldn't figure out why it was happening.
So perhaps it is needed on the masculine side a little attention to um, how you're doing things. Perhaps
Okay.
you could take it that way. It's not a suspicion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
let's
curious.
get it out of that mode because it's not suspicious activity.
Okay.
It's okay to pay attention on what's going on here, and it's all right. Uh, if there is no attention needed, then fine.
Okay.
Is your leg okay?
Yeah, it's okay. I was just curious.
Yeah.
So I have another question, and actually, three actually. No, two more. Excuse me. The second one is
Whoa, two
the
more.
two more. Yeah. So the solar flashes. What does that mean exactly? To from your perspective, when a solar flash is high like that, what
It's a
exactly does it
gift.
mean?
That's a gift to our planet and a gift to our atmosphere,
Okay.
and a processing to allow even to persuade more consciousness to more awakening.
Okay.
To inspire, if not persuade, if not force,
Okay.
higher consciousness, more activity to pay attention to each other. And
Okay.
I suppose out of all of this, after the missions we just did, is to unify, and it is all more about unification in getting and watching the details. So right leg, left leg, there's some details there somewhere in the field. If you are somebody who is a healer or a practitioner, somebody who is aligned to any kind of energy work, and you have been active in that field, then there is something to just pay a little attention to.
Right. I am an energy healer, but I probably haven't been doing as much as I should.
Well,
So,
it could be that to ask Father, okay, Father, there are new tools. There may be an upgrade coming.
okay. And the final question, and actually, the sister who was just on, Huna Mata. Hi.
Me?
Yes,
Hi.
Hi. So I went to your website, and so I guess we just put our email in, and then you'll get back to us on that. Okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm curious about my birthday. Sorry about the background noise.
That's all right.
For November 7th, I was born.
Ah, okay.
What bird
Okay.
am I?
Yes, very good. Well, thank you for doing that. And yes, we look forward to I look forward to again being back in Africa and connecting certainly to Nairobi in different ways, because we have a lot of aspirations for health, wellness, and prosperity concerning Africa. Okay.
So now do we talk about the Stargate?
Stargates, yeah.
Finally?
Yes. Let's share a bit about the Stargates.
Yes. So this is from our recon. The giant's fist.
The giant, the hand of the giants, and the giant's fist. Look at that, sweet dear ones. This is very interesting. When we, as I was saying earlier, that I was in Greece to return the codes and gather the codes of the giants from the Colossus. I was, I don't always look at a location where I'm traveling to and, map it out intensively. Sometimes the Hunas will also pick up on something and start sharing it.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly wasn't until the last minute when we noticed this formation of the giant's hand, because we also saw his head, which we couldn't get a very good picture of from underground. But the hand and the fist now showed up, the giant's fist, and so it's in the alignment to bringing the codes or connecting the relics and the codes from Rhodes in Greece, from the Colossus, and the ceremonies we did there to anchor those codes into the net of Maui on Azores. That big fist is right there in Cheseda. And so,
No, this big fist was not in Teseda, Huna.
oh, where's this one?
This is from Istanbul.
Oh, Stargate. Sorry. I'm still on Cheseda. Okay, I've left Cheseda. We are now in Istanbul. Sorry, sweet dear ones. We are in Istanbul. We did the mapping, but then at the last minute, this one showed up. And so the water and the codes and the relics and the rocks we brought from ceremonies on Azores that I brought to the Stargate. And there on the coast of the Bosphorus Strait at the Black Sea, in one location, there we found the giant fist, the giant hand, the hand of Father, in other words, hand of Father, in stone, the ancestor in the stone. What was also incredibly discovered there was a message in a bottle. Perhaps it was once in a bottle, but a letter addressed to one of the Hunas. Yes, this is an incredible alignment. Was found at the base of that, at the bottom of the hill down there, the waters of the giant hand, down the bottom there. A letter that was written to somebody who knew. Could it have been written to the Huna? Well, it is being translated right now from Turkish into the language to understand it. But the abbreviations and the codes and the images and the pictures, the illustration that was drawn on that letter matches a story that took place so long ago. So one of the Hunas discovered that letter from Father. It was actually a letter she felt that was from her father. Could Father have written a letter to all of his daughters and all of his children? Of course he could have. Written in the hand of Father, right? So there's a big hand for you. That's the hand of Father. What else would it be? He's always obviously someone's father. Still, the light of Father was there. So that was so incredible to discover. Now, we had done the work and painted the targets and put everything together there and linked that to the location of the Stargates. And we traveled from that location across the Bosphorus Strait to the actual Stargate itself, which is this image. Let me just let you view this image. This is on the opposite coastline from the Hand of Father, across the Bosphorus Strait, by the way, it's a large body of water, at the Black Sea, right? At the dark water, right? Which is where all the distortions are happening with Ukraine and Russia and all of that that's taking place there at the Black Sea. This is where we are, sweet dear ones. We are just opposite there, doing ceremony towards it. This isn't on the Turkey side, on the Bosphorus Strait, at the Bosphorus Strait on the coast. And I can't remember the name of the little town. I'll pronounce it. But do you know?
No, and I do know the Bosphorus is the split between the Europe and the Asia continent. So Turkey is technically both Europe and Asia, and that's where the split is, right down Istanbul.
Yes.
And it happened to be next to a school, this location.
Yes, this is right next to a school where their faith is the Sufi religion, the Sufi faith, the Sufi culture. Okay. Yet there I am celebrating, and this is Stargate 24, number 24 for me over the passage of time for the last 12 years or so, that I have completed 12, and we will be moving into Stargate 24 on the next mission, 25. Sorry, Stargate 25 coming up on the next missions, but this is a completion of Stargate 24, recognition and anchoring and connection and painting of the target for the world machine, for the Wataka. And here's the team at Stargate 24. So Huna Kahasahi, she arrived from Amsterdam, flew directly over to the location, Stargate 24 in Istanbul, and we reset the team's intentions and retooled, got all our tools, got all of our pieces that we had gathered or what we needed over the past month, and brought them to the Stargate here in a moment of celebration. This is our commitment to humanity in our way.
You know, it was really funny about this. We do our ceremony and we sing and we make loud noises sometimes. And someone called the police.
Yeah. During the ceremony, we presented a very high volume of frequencies and sounds and vibrations penetrating the entire area, location around us, including the school that was right next door to where we were, where the children were at school. And then the police came over just as we completed everything. The police came over, asked us questions and the usual stuff. And they were not too bad. You know, they were pretty good. They could have been worse. And also what also triggered the entire area. So the teachers from the school came over, and some of the teachers had been looking over to our direction, seen us there doing ceremony, and wanted to know what we were doing. And yes, the police were converted.
Yes.
You will see photos right there.
He wanted pictures with us.
They wanted photos
right there.
Yes, both the one in the red and the one in the black. They both wanted photos when they realized, we were there for the good. And then also teachers from the school wanted photos as well. Here we have some of the teachers. Now, sweet dear ones, these people are aligned to the Sufi relationships, neither Islam or Christianity, but Sufism. And if you know what Sufi is, then you will know it is connected to the cosmic, galactic, universal consciousness. And you know who the father of Sufism is, and that is Rumi. If you all know about Rumi, then I'm going to say to you that this Stargate, this is known as the angelic. This is an angelic frequency Stargate, right? There are 4 Stargates on each continent. There is angelic frequency, there is the door of the child frequency, and there's the door of fire frequency, and there's the apex frequency. This frequency, in alignment to its exact position, is an angelic frequency and is in guardianship and held by, and I'm going to say it right now, aligned to Rumi. Okay? It is aligned to Rumi. The children are being tutored in the higher knowledge, consciousness knowledge of the Sufism culture and traditions, which is galactic. Okay, this is Rumi. So I'm going to say to you, this Stargate is guardian. The guardian of this Stargate is Rumi. Now, the teachers that came here and have been around this location have been, in a way, trapped in distortions, in a way, having challenges in a way within their communities. But once they found out we were there and what we had done, it opened them up further into a larger family of the Huna, into the consciousness. And the teachers, they kept coming back and forth. It was interesting. They kept going and coming and going, and more teachers came over. There were a lot of people there after a moment that wanted photos and was connecting to the energy. Yes, you have to love Rumi. Who doesn't? And why wouldn't you? Right? Because such galactic consciousness shared through those energies now, through the angelic frequency of Rumi. So there, I have stated that the guardian of this Stargate is Rumi. All right. So let's be with that. Because the people are there and they are with it. That's the other confirmation. And there is a conversion energy there now, which is confirmed by the police who now are switching. You will see other photos. There are other photos that return those police officers to the level of children. They revealed their children, their childish innocence. Right? Revealed the word of the child, which is what? Yes, I can. What do I mean? Yes, I can. What? Yes, I can. I can change.
So this Stargate happens to be on the Fatura Motu. Fatura is the Falcon, and that is a very powerful eye that the Falcon has. So getting back to Debbie's question from earlier, I think she was asking, what can we expect? I was thinking about this morning. This is the first of the 4 that we've done for the Falcon. And what I'm seeing is we're going to be seeing more that we were not seeing previously, because the vision is starting to open up through the Falcon's eye. And what's really funny is when we go and travel and do these things and we go connect with the language of the people, we find things like the word fatura in the Turkish language. And to them, it means invoice, which, given the energy of the Falcon and what its eye does, that is highly appropriate.
The inner voice. Okay. Yeah. Can you write fatura?
Yes.
So they can see what the makeup is. The energy of the fatura is the Condor Falcon energy being, United Star Nation being, as the birth sign of this location, on this location of the continent of the Fatura. The Falcon Condor energy with the eye that is the voice inside, the invoice, which is the voice inside, a much more focused lens.
And in alignment with the sacral as well. Just putting that out there.
Oh, yes. So much more to receive. Sweet, sweet, dear ones, on the information that we can share with you. And look at that. That bridge you see right there, we referred to as the Rainbow Bridge because it did show up that way, connecting both coasts of the Bosphorus from the Hand of Father on the one side to the Stargate on this side, the side I'm standing on. If you have not been to Turkey, go. It's an incredible city. Of course, it's legendary, of course. But delve deeper and go beyond. Go deeper into the past of Istanbul. Go deeper into go beyond. What was it? Constantinople. Go beyond that. Go way deeper and further back beyond that, and you will come to this Stargate. You will come to this Lemuria. You will return to Lemuria. Go further deeper before Atlantis, and you will come to Lemuria, which still exists. And if you're really ready to see, it will show you. And it is. We have now completed that location. So the Fatura is the birth sign, located on the continent as a continental being. See, Fatura is a continental being. 12 continents to this entire planet. 12 continents of beings, and not just land, water, and sky. These are beings and representative and shown to you and shared to you, and with imagery and understandings of benevolence through these beings. Fatura, Condor, Falcon, Condor. What a wonderful. Thank you for that. That's a good picture, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a great picture. That was after a ceremony.
When you learn your birth charts, sweet dear one, and you learn the birth charts itself, you're going to learn the Wataka, the operating system of nature, and it's not just a calendar. It's so much more. And it's protocols and ceremonies that we perform activate the world machine. In other words, the cogs and the wheels inside and outside of light, wheels that you cannot see, but you can feel. Movement, the koru, spiraling energy of the koru, and the koru spiraling within each other and around each other. The vortices of the world machine being activated when you learn these protocols to be able to turn on the world machine and activate it. Of course, for the highest good. And just to wrap up, there is soon as the Stargate was activated, this is what showed up after it. Am I correct?
Yes.
It didn't show up until after the Stargate was activated.
And many of us were either already home or on our way home.
Yes. We were seeing it on the journey home. When we arrived, and there was images being shared all over the world. It was being seen in parts of America and Ohio. It's incredible.
In Nashville and Memphis, and I also heard Florida.
In Florida too.
That's really far south. And how often are they seen in New Zealand, Huna?
Oh, I might have seen it slightly once in my lifetime when I was young.
There's an image there from Nashville and Shasta in Ohio, and
they did say New Zealand.
New Zealand. That was the first image that I found, of course, 48 minutes after it was posted on Twitter or X is when I found this image and grabbed the screenshot.
And that is first light. So was it ahead of us, or were we chasing it?
That would have been ahead of us, I think, from where we are on the planet.
Right. New Zealand is first light. So the Kumara, first light of the Kumara, Now, sweet dear ones, this color, is magenta or however you want to say. I will share with you, this is spoken of as the Kumara, the violet ray in its many aspects, the violet ray, or the triple flame, if you like. But the encompassing sound is known as the Kumara. And you may have heard of the Kumara, and you may know about the Council of Light, or the Council of Light, which is the Kumara, the Seven, the Council of Seven, which is spoken of as the Kumara. Okay, and this is also, and as if you, as a matter of FYI, it's also what I'm connected to in terms of my light. My Huna is Huna Mauta Kumara Taki, and I'm connected to that particular council in a way.
Now, this particular event, I gotta get it pulled back up.
Oh, we're seen in Waimarama. Wow, in Waimarama was where I used to swim when I was a kid. Wow.
So this image comes from the Space Weather Live. I think they have an app as well. And you see over here, that's the spot that it came from on the sun. Now, this is the first time I've actually looked at it in this way, just to see where is it on the sun in relation to the Motu. But it is confirmed to be aligned with the Fatura.
Look at that.
Now, this was the big one from Friday, and there's other flares that are coming through from that same sunspot. It just so happens to be in the Falcon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you see this, sweet dear ones? This is the birth chart, an earlier version of our birth chart that I brought through years ago. And it shows the location of the birth sign for the Falcon, which is right there and aligned as the sun is a portal sending energy through. It's sent it through the Fatura and sharing with you. Okay, so your birth sign is in this location is also into August, typically in August, but also is opening now, is active right now in terms of the continental location of the Fatura. Yes. There's so much joy and, wonderful feelings when you can link to things in this way and have a sense of confirmation and a sense of affirmations rather than just a bunch of words being thrown around. One line is ascension is now for everyone. That's just the one liner. Let's get into it here. Let's find each other. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, we'll go through those motions, finding each other. Come here to the House of Huna, hoh.earth. The recommendations are on a page on the website. Visit Huna Galactic, Quantum Navigator.earth. Yes, Quantum.
Do I need a name change now to be the Galactic Navigator?
You stick with your plan. Your plan is working. You're going to send an email and connect. There's also flc.earth, firelightcontinuum.earth for oracle reading. And there's so much incredible services being offered by all the Hunas. Get the recommendations on my website and meet some of the Hunas.
Yes.
Meet them. They've been on missions. These are the missions that they go on. Meet them. And they would like to meet you. Let's do this, all right? I think we're going to end with a video, a little reel.
If the audio works.
Okay.
I know StreamYard can be a little bit funky, so if the audio doesn't work, we'll just abort the mission. I'll upload a video separately anyway. But let me pull this up and cross
The Fatura had some very serious plasma blasts. Fatura is flashing everybody. Let's hear it.
Is there audio?
I'm not hearing so far.
Okay. Well, we're just going to abort mission. There will be a video posted today. I'm not going to try to play it without the audio. There's no other way around it.
Okay, well, we'll add that. We'll fix it.
Yep.
Thank you, Huna. Thank you, everybody. Sweet, sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds. Want to thank all the Hunas from the team at 1,000 Points of Light, and thank all the Hunas from the team at the Underworld Pyramids, and also all of those who connected to us in France. And also want to thank Huna Ma'anata Kumara for joining us in Greece, in Rhodes, for the gathering of the Giants codes and all the Hunas that attended there. So much love out to all of you. We are grateful to be part of your life, even if it's through this show, and perhaps one day even more as we begin to create our communities and bring them into physical reality. Yes, go ahead and watch the show again. I am heading back home to the Playa of Light on the 20th. So we'll be scheduling the next sets of shows as soon as we can. Just stand by for that. Otherwise, I'm continuing on my resting period here in Hamburg, Germany, at the portal of the Tiny Bird. I want to thank Huna Kahasahi and FLC.Earth for her care and taking care of me and being here, and all of those who had taken care of me on our journey. I don't know what else to say, sweet, sweet dear ones. I just look forward to seeing you in this coming year or so, and being able to be with those coming up shortly at the Dragon Masters graduation, which takes place at the end of the month in the Playa of Light. If you happen to be joining the Dragon Masters, you may still attend the graduation and continue with the work, because the practical is also very important when you are at the graduation with myself and the other Hunas. All right. Anything else I can share before we head out, Tamaki?
No, just that on this channel, we'll be posting the Stargate video today.
All right. Stay tuned, sweet, sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds. Wawa Nui. See you again soon.
Wawa.
Awesome, man.